What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you live on I want to say Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I want to say it's Wednesday. Wednesday morning here at Site B on a small island off the coast of Costa Rica. It is the 26th day of April 2023. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and let's take a look at the weather. It sucks. But you don't care because you're probably enjoying this lovely spring weather. Move to California. Move to the beach. Okay, it's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop crowdfunding, Kickstarter, backlit group funding, zine thingy stuff that are coming to an end. Still have a chance to support some of these. And it's always a great way to help out a maybe small publisher get their stuff to press that might not otherwise get to press. Links as always to the one that I think are worth your time or at least utterly ridiculous and thus worth at least looking at. Lately, I've been more about physical Kickstarters than product Kickstarters. So that's my latest push, is to get more Kickstarter crowdfundings for like conventions and stores and less for product, because have we reached the glut point of just, I don't know, there's just too many. But you kind of always want these people to sort of succeed because they, at least they did it. And occasionally there's a good idea hidden in all this stuff. But most of these are like, you'll never see the light of day. I don't know. I'd rather see the money go to a store. But I don't know what I'm saying. If I ever kickstarted a project, I want you guys to totally kickstart it. All right. Speaking of Kickstarters, we have from MythWorks, The Wild Sea, Storm and Root. This is for the Wild Sea. This is a source book. It's $64. It's the most popular pledge to get you a PDF and the print version of the book. It's a world of nature, fantasy jungle, engulfed a technology advanced world, and chainsaw-driven ships now cut through the world, connecting the outposts of sentient life to be human, fungus, or insectoid. So, okay. The world has fallen to a nature apocalypse, I guess is what I'm saying. And there's been a crazy super plant growth, and now the world is covered in a giant, never-ending jungle. And the characters sail these weird chainsaw-powered ships across the ocean of vines. Original? It's kind of, something you've seen before, but also totally new and different. I kind of like the idea. It's cool. Who knows? It's an interesting take on something that we've seen done before. Eco-apocalypse, where you have to fight vegetables. Inevitable, a doomed Arthurian Western by Soul Muppet Publishing. Well, you win Best Name of the Month for a game company. $40 is the most popular pledge, gets you the PDF and print versions of the book and a PDF of the Crit Start. Described as an Arthurian Western, this project reads like a broad option that can easily encompass a world like Stephen King's The Dark Tower series. With Inevitable, your characters follow their Arthurian king in their Western fantasy, but the end is doomed. It is foretold. Despite the news, your character decides to go down with the ship, and doing so live on through the tales. 6 dooms threatens the kingdom. You can't stop them all. Blah, blah, blah. So if you're a fan of Dark Tower, I guess, and fantasy westerns that sort of follow a predestined script that you kind of try and change. King Arthur in the Old West, instead of Excalibur, I guess he's got a gun. I don't know. I wanted to write a movie about King Arthur, but he was reborn as a skateboarder once. So, sure, why not? It's different. And who doesn't love Weird West? And speaking of Weird West, from Mateo Pastreo, we have Wild and Far Frontiers for D&D 5th edition. $40 is the most popular pledge. Gets you a PDF and the print version, plus a couple PDF adventures. And this is, I guess, a Dark Tower inspired spaghetti western fantasy western. So yes, it's a western fantasy, Deadlands, spaghetti western, fantasy, Deadlands type of thing. Dangerous gunslinging adventures in a fantasy land. I love Weird West. I don't understand why Weird West isn't more popular than it should be here in the United States. The land of the Wild West. I mean, it's got the best of both worlds. It's got the closest thing to mythology that America has, which is the Wild West and comic books. And it's got fantasy for all the D&D folks. And everybody wants fantasy where they have guns, right? So why don't people want to play Weird West? You'd rather play Tolkien fantasy, but you also want your characters to have guns. You think Weird West would be more popular? I don't know. Well, these just look like episodes of Gravity Falls, but we have Holiday Action Double Feature from 321 Action. This is an adventure and mini golf RPG. $20 gets you the PDF and print versions of both the zines, plus a plant foot, plus a PDF of the core rules. So this is need something non-standard for fun for your gaming table? Need to save an island of fish folks Christmas? Yes, you do. Do you need to face off against demonic forces in a game of mini golf? Yes, you do. So we've got 2 adventure-type campaigns in one zine. We have Kevin Saves Christmas and Hard Times on Back 9. So one is taking care of a island and saving the island for Christmas, and the other is a role-playing game about mini golf versus demons. So if you ever saw the Gravity Falls episode where they were playing miniature golf, yeah. Okay. The nod to Gravity Falls is definitely worth it. So yeah, whatever. And it's $20. From Underground Oracle Publishing, we have Haro, the Blighted Plane for the Cypher System. A source book and core. $20 gets you a PDF of the book. It's fantasy post-apocalypse under a crystal punk venue. It's a new setting using Monty Cook Games Cypher System, which is now open license, so we can expect to see more third-party Cypher System stuff. It includes everything you need to play fantasy crystal punk apocalypse. So fantasy desert apocalypse. Crystal punk. Excuse me for a second. No such thing. Stop using our word to make your product sound cool. Punk is dead. From the Sons of Singularity for Call of Cthulhu, we have The Blessed and the Blasphemous. It's $109, gets you the PDF and a print version of the book, plus a dossier of campaign stuff. It's a 325-page book of Call of Cthulhu amazingness. It's an entire campaign spreading from World War II all the way up to modern day. You get to go to France, and it's Call of Cthulhu. But it's also $109. From RPG Rambling Publishing, we have Scoundrels of Brixton for the Cepheus Engine. It's a gritty science fiction setting for the Cepheus Engine, the open system based on Traveler. This is the first of the RPG zines detailing the Brixton solar system, and the crime in the Brixton solar system. So this is an adventure. It's $3 to get the PDF. Well, I mean, $3, geez. Why not back them for $3? And it's Traveler, Cepheus, Space Cowboys, Space Criminals. Yeah, who doesn't love Firefly? And of course, this has got to be my game of the week. I mean, I don't know if these fishing games, and this is like now the third, are the greatest idea ever or the worst idea ever. I mean, I go back on my whole thing of like mini games make no sense and blah, blah, blah. But it's fishing. It's just so awesomely silly. Why slay dragons when you could be fishing? That sounds like the title of an Asaki. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeons? That time I died and came back as a slime. Why slay dragons when you could be fishing? It totally sounds like that type of anime where he's going to end up with a harem of women, and he's the world's best fisher, and he ends up saving the kingdom simply with his fishing skills. So yeah, or she, you know. So this is Dungeons and Dragons 5e core rulebook. $30 gets you a PDF version of the book. 200 pages with over 100 fish to catch. But $30 for a PDF, I don't even get like a sticker that says I'd rather be fishing with like a demon fish on it. There are also apparently in the box you can get fish miniatures and fish dice. If you go, but for the basic, most popular pledge, $30 for a PDF. While I love the idea because it is just so utterly ridiculous, I'm not going to pay $30 for a PDF about fishing. So, yeah. And once again, for the little engine that could, the company that never stops shilling themselves and who always seems to find a reason to extend their Kickstarters another week, we have Level Up 5e presents To Save a Kingdom. This is an adventure path for Level Up 5e and any other 5e or 5e adjacent D20 type games that might be out, or like, Shadow Dark or Tales of the Valiant or whatever. $50 gets you a PDF and the print version of the game. So if you're interested in finding out what this company is all about, and God love them for trying. I mean, yeah, just the half of their money must go into advertising, because like not a week doesn't go by that I don't see something about their game. So God love them for trying. I guess they're still hoping to be the company that kicks Wizards of the Coast off the top of the pyramid. And really, guys, at this point, you don't have to try very hard. Wizards of the Coast seems to be their own worst enemy, especially after this week. Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Kickstarter. So if any of these things sound like something you want to check out, head on over to your favorite Kickstarter, backfunder, group funding, core bligger, zany thing site and, toss a coin. I like this idea. I don't know how playable it would be, but Eco Apocalypse, it's just basically post-apocalypse vehicle, but instead of like an ocean or a desert, it's plants. I love Weird West, Fantasy West, doomed Arthurian Western, Wild and Far Frontiers. Already talked about that. This one I just like because it's, a little bit of Gravity Falls love there. No such thing as Crystal Punk. $109 for a Call of Cthulhu adventure is just too much. $3. Why not? If this one seems to be the best bet, it's $3. This one just gets my award for most ridiculously, awesomely stupid idea for a game. And then, of course, these guys. So that's all the Kickstarters for this week. If any of those sound like something you want to pick up, you know where to do them, and tell them the OGGM sent you. And while you're doing that, why don't you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe this video. Help me reach 2,000 subs by the end of the year. Of course, now, and because of recent events, I do have to let you know that if you choose to purchase any of my product at Big Geek Emporium for only $2 a piece, we have 11 products up and 3 dungeons up, all of them running for $2 a piece. If you should choose to go to my sponsor, Big Geek Emporium, and purchase any of my product and review those products online, I will not send detectives to your house. Instead, I will be grateful that you gave me the free advertising. So thank you. Anybody who has purchased my product from Big Geek Emporium, link down below, and wants to review it on their YouTube, go ahead. I won't send the Pinkertons. You have my word. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. Talk to you later, guys. See ya.